place to call home. Luck Stitch's crew hold a common thread, a misfit bunch where memories tread. They're guardians, so strong and true, protecting the crew as they journey through. Wanderpus, their hearts entwined, sailing through memories left behind, stitching the bonds that forever tie, sailing to where the sea meets the sky. Tapestry grand, unraveling mysteries hand in hand, sailing the waves beyond the stars they soar, forever seeking more and more. Explorers at heart with whimsy and glee, the Wanderpus crew set their spirits free, in pursuit of good with chaos untamed, to find a new place to make their names. Wanderpus, their hearts entwined, sailing through memories left behind, stitching the bonds that forever tie, sailing to where the sea meets the sky. Luminaries' minds, curious and bright, they explore the unknown and seek the light. With every text and book unfurled, more is understood of this new world. Wanderpus, their hearts entwined, sailing through memories left behind, stitching the bonds that forever tie, sailing to where the sea meets the sky. Seen God steadfast against the tide, protecting the land they stand with pride, rising up from the city walls, keeping the rest safe through it all. Mysticians with their gift for spell, in the threads of magic they weave and dwell, observing the universe's hidden seams, propelling the crew to their hopes and dreams. Wanderpus, their hearts entwined, sailing through memories left behind, stitching the bonds that forever tie, sailing to where the sea meets the sky. Wanderpus, their hearts entwined, sailing through memories left behind, stitching the bonds that forever tie, sailing to where the sea meets the sky.
Yes. I'm happy now. I have laser.
Okay. There we go. All right. Hello, everybody. We are playing episode 10 of this arc of hell we are having. It's gonna be great. We have guest GM Kiera. It's gonna run us through some like once upon a time. Everybody be cool. It's Kiera's first time GMing, and she's really nervous, but she has absolutely no reason to be nervous because we all know she's gonna nail this. Today I will be playing as Peanut. So when you see me, that's what I am. Couple quick things. I'm mostly just vamping for time because I'm uploading a deck for this game right now, and it's not even halfway through on Roll20, and that's a problem. But yeah, we can get into introducing everybody, and hopefully by the time we get to the part where we're playing the game, we can play the game. Yep, absolutely hellscape on top of Katori's head. just solid. All right. So we got Kiera, did you want to introduce everybody? You want me to, like normal? Either way is good with me.
Can you please do it?
Absolutely. We got Pollux&Castor, played by resident Pokemon expert Valla.
Hello.
We got Patagon, played by Sept.
Hiya.
I'm Alan, and I'm playing Peanut. We got Eris playing Arel.
Salutations.
And leading us tonight, we've got Katori, played by Kiera.
Oh.
It did not update my deck all the way into it yet. But I don't think that. I think we can get to the start of it, Kiera. If you wanna, start wherever you want. If you just want to pitch it, or just get right into it.
I'm just gonna roll right into it, I guess. Just seems like the best thing to do.
Oh, for sure.
Yay! Thank you everyone for all the support. You guys are so sweet. So, hi, I'm Kiera. I play Katori regularly, but today I am your dungeon mommy. Wait, no, that's wrong. DM, just DM, you know. Anyway, we are starting out with Katori sent out invitations to everybody, but she knows everyone's busy, so but she made this giant spread of snacks. Giant table just of biscuits and muffins and cookies, and and it's lined up next to a campfire, and whoever could join was invited to join. And oh boy. And so everyone's joining her outside in the woods for a fire, and we're telling spooky stories. If you guys want to just say that your favorite snacks are there, I'll totally say she made them. You brought them yourself. That's fine. But it's nice and dark out. The fire's lit. Everybody has a place to sit around the fire, and we're all prepared to tell these stories. Now we're using Once Upon a Time. Ellen has politely provided us with the outline for the game, but we're all going to get cards. We're going to draw those cards. It's going to tell us what part of the story we're describing. And once that card pops up, it is all you. If the next person in line has a card that they can interrupt you with because you've mentioned what that card depicts, they can budge right in. But yeah, we're telling spooky stories in the dark, guys. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Peanut is in fact ready, and he has deep fried sardines, which are definitely his favorite snack.
Delicious.
And a lot of food from outer space. He's got a lot of space popcorn.
I love it. Do I have enough horn? I don't know. I don't know if I do.
I've got your grumpy librarian.
Ah, yes. I love that little guy. Look at him. So, Katori, she's invited everyone to sit down. She's given everybody the outline. She says, guys, all right, this is the deal. We're going to try to scare each other so much that, bad nightmares for days. Let's go. Let's scare each other. But the point is, you have to tell a very original story. And don't tell us something we've heard in the past. Let's be original here. But as she's discussing this, out of the woods comes this cart. It's a large carriage, and it's driven by this grumpy man. I think you'll see the grumpy man there, and he says, he shouts from the seat, did I hear scary stories? Did I hear you talk about stories? Original stories that no one's heard before? And Katori is just like, yes, weird, strange man. Hello? And he jumps down and he looks at each one of you, waiting for you to give him, the confirmation that you are here to tell him a story. Are you here to tell him a story?
Peanut's got mouthfuls of snacks, and he's leaning over towards Patagon's plate, trying to steal some of Patagon's snacks too.
Here, definitely take them. They're delicious.
What are your snacks, Patagon?
A little bit of, I would say, seaweed, dried seaweed chips, and then fish jerky, mainly.
Yep.
Are all of our things fish related?
Yeah, just three of the four of us really love seafood.
Arel, are you a seafood lover? Because I hope so.
Arel is not a seafood lover.
Oh,
Arel despises seafood, in fact.
well.
She's treating herself to a lovely biscuit with a orange paste in the middle.
Well, there's also graham crackers and marshmallows and chocolate bits, and there's sausages, lots of sausages, piles of sausages.
It's a real sausage party up in here.
It's a huge sausage fest. But the librarian has jumped down, and he's definitely waddling his way over to all of us as we're seated, just shoveling food in. And he's got this satchel, of course, because they always do. They got to carry all their book stuff. As book nerds always have big bags of books. So anyway, he's waddling over, and he's just looking to everyone. Are you going to tell me stories? Are you going to tell me new stories?
Well, if you want new stories, can I interest you in Red Planet Played?
Peanut pulls it out of his pocket. He's like, got a copy right here. It's like, and like you see Peanut's copy of the Red Planet Plaid has highlighted sections and like little earmarks. Like he's got those bookmarks that stick out the side of the page, you know what I mean? Like super colorful, like he took a lot of notes. He's like, this is when I'm mentioned. Then he points to the pink ones, and he points to like the yellow ones. This is where like Rennick does cool shit, and this is where Gemini fucks it up for all of us. If you want like my copy.
He's definitely grabbing for it. Both hands just grabby. Yes. Give me.
He's just like, is this just a loan? Just a loan.
Yeah, he ain't gonna bring the bag.
No.
You're not getting it back. I'm sorry.
Peanut loves his book.
Yeah, it's gone.
He's in it.
It's gone. You're gonna have to get a new copy. It's gone.
Peanut goes back to eating.
So, he sits down. He just invites himself to sit down and scooches over. He makes Arel scooch over, just like booty bumps, and just sits, plants himself right down. It's not graceful. He just plops. Really, it's bad. So, he's like, well, what other stories? And he pulls from his bag. It looks like a hardcover book. It's white. It's blank. There's nothing in it. The cover is blank. It doesn't have a title or an author. He cracks it open. He whips out a silver pen. There's nothing in it. He just pulls it to the third page. There's always stuff in the front. So he puts it to the third page, and he's looking at every single one of us. Well, tell me a story then. Here I am. I'm here for a story.
Peanut definitely swallows deep. Okay, so this is the mechanic part for it. Like if we're all down to tell these stories, I'm just finishing up the last touches on the mechanical cards because I kind of forgot. But we can start while I do this. This will be really fun.
Okay, sorry, I was trying to talk more so that you.
Oh yeah. No, you're doing fine.
Okay. Oh yeah. So, Katori's just like, yeah, join us, I guess. Would you like a sausage? And he definitely like, yes, and just grabs it with his bare hand because, I don't know, that just seems like the vibe he gives off, that he eats sausage with his bare hand.
It really gives off a Danny DeVito from Always Sunny vibe.
I love that for our lives.
Right. So I can start this mechanic part at least right now. You guys will get ending cards in a second, like after we play a couple of our cards. You guys will get the endings, and they will tell you how to get there. We're not like you are trying to get your ending before anybody else gets their ending, but we want the stories to like feel good, right, Kiera? Like we want them to feel like complete stories.
Yes, yeah.
I will deal the cards because I am used to Roll20.
Yeah. And he's definitely giving off the the air of you need to impress me with your story. He's definitely judging every single one of us. So if you're feeling judged, that's because you're being judged.
do you guys all see your cards?
Yep.
Did the artwork break for half of your cards like it did for me?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm so sorry, guys. I just stole somebody's cards, too.
I think you stole my card.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I had this... I felt like I had it up and running earlier. Oh, sorry. Vamp, Kiera, vamp.
What do I do? I don't know. Oh God. Have you guys seen my pickle finger?
What?
It is
Look, it's my pickle finger. It's amazing. It's my favorite thing in the whole entire world.
Oh, I just realized, yeah, there's a pickle on your finger. Why is there a pickle on your finger?
So, the best story, and yes, I can just ask people that. Best story in the world. I went to visit Nika and Alan in Washington, and we went to Archie McPhee. And while I was there, we were just looking around, and I was like, "This is the most ridiculous thing in the world. This here pickle finger, it's fantastic." Alan and Nika bought it for me, so I could forever have this here pickle finger, and I have it right now. It is on my finger, and it is on Katori's finger, and it is the best accessory. It does not smell like pickles, nor is it pickle textured in any way. Well, it's kind of bumpy on the outside.
I've just spent like the last 5 minutes trying to discern whether it was on the Roll20 or if it was actually in the stream, and I've just found out it was in the stream.
Could have been more clear, but actually, I like that you looked, and I love that. I love that energy. So, and I completely expect that like Katori is waving it over the fire, going, "Look, guys, look at my pickle finger," and of course, this new gentleman that has joined us is writing down that like this weirdo has a pickle finger. Don't know why. Probably not part of the story.
Is it a dill pickle finger? Bread and butter pickle finger?
I'd have to go with dill. I'd have to.
What was the
That's
thing that Brian
personal.
did?
Whatever they used to make plastic.
I am terribly sorry about this fucking, like, having such a problem, guys.
He had to make this whole entire thing special for me. So, no pressure, Ellen.
It's like,
Make something from scratch for Kiera.
No, this I'm not even, like, I'm not mad, like, this is cool. Like, it worked out just fine. The only thing that I'm not enjoying is the fact that, Roll20 messed
I'll
up.
be right back.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Roll20 is literally the worst. I think, can I say that on stream? It's too late. I said it.
It's really good sometimes, but like, man.
Also, dinosaur sauce. Yes.
Apologies, my dog was temporarily missing, and we can't leave her alone because she's got stitches, and she ripped them out already once, so we gotta keep an eye on her.
Oh, puppers.
I hope your dog's okay.
Oh yeah, she's totally fine. She had some growths removed, but I don't think she likes the stitches because I had to take her back in yesterday to get re-stitched on her arm.
Oh.
And now her arm is bandaged, so she can't get to it.
Yeah. Sometimes tube socks help.
Yeah, we were considering doing tube socks as well.
We had to do that for our dog long ago, and I used I don't know the technical term of it, but it's that tape that people use to tape the ankles of their horses. We used that to sort of tape the top of the tube sock up so it couldn't keep falling down and he couldn't pull it off as easy. He still pulled it off. It just was harder. But it's like double-sided sticky kind of, but not. It's weird. I don't know what to... I could look it up.
It's like Roll20 is like crashing on me.
No.
This is so bad.
This is not good.
I guess while we're trying to stall for time, what's the difference between a sock and a tube sock? Because I've heard tube socks before, but as a British person, I've never heard someone in England use tube socks. I've only heard Americans say tube socks. Like, what's the difference?
Well, to me, like a normal sock is just above the ankle. Not like a really long sock. Like a tube sock would come up to like, I don't know, mid calf, right? Like,
I looked it
and
up.
they're
It's
usually
they're like a variation of the calf sock.
So it's actually
Yeah.
very distinctively. It does not have the stitching that like is if so like when you think of a sock and it's like sock shaped, it's foot shaped. Tube socks are not. They are just a tube of sock.
There
it is.
Ah,
Yeah, like
Oh.
they don't have a heel, and it's instead shaped like a tube.
Yeah.
There, yes, those words.
Whenever
I
hear
did not
tube
know
socks-
that.
Like when I hear tube
Like-
socks, I think of leg warmers. Does anyone else?
Oh,
They probably are similar.
yeah.
yeah.
The
And I
leg
really
warmer
love
just has a
leg
hole
warmers.
at the end.
This is not the direction I thought this game was gonna go. Fuck, I just really like I tested putting cards in earlier, like, and I've obviously done it many times. Is it because it's like Saturday night and the internet sucks?
It's because you're alive and it knows it wants to make you act up and just to annoy you, clearly.
I'm so sorry, Kiera. I feel terrible. It's like halfway, but it said it got it done earlier, so
I'm just so let's see. I set the scene, I think, the best that my tiny brain can. I don't think I'm missing any details. I'm trying to come up with them. Nope, I got nothing. Boil chicken. I love it.
Patagon's trying his best to make, shadow puppets, but they more just look like sharks. So
There's nothing wrong with that.
Peanut has like a super not like he doesn't deal well with the cold, I don't think. He doesn't like Peanut does not enjoy even like a cold breeze. So he has a blanket wrapped around himself at all times. And like the only way you guys have been seeing him move around like in the cold is on all fours with this blanket draped over him. It's very like adorable. It's definitely like your autumn flannel blanket looking thing.
Does it have? It's just draped over him, so it doesn't have like leg holes.
Nope, no leg holes or anything. It's not a Snuggie situation. It's just a really old looking blanket.
Gotta keep this peanut warm.
Unlike Patagon. Wait, is Patagon a cold weather penguin? Like, I don't.
Yes, I would. Instead of like the ones that you kind of see in zoos that are like the tiny little ones. Yeah, definitely more like Antarctic penguin.
Which penguin? I've seen penguins before, but I'm not sure what kind you are.
It'd be close to an emperor penguin kind of scenario.
Nice royalty. I see.
Yeah.
Arel writes down a few notes when she's asking this, taking a few bites of her biscuits.
Oh,
Yeah, puffins. They don't even we could make a whole story on puffins.
so probably it would be very helpful if we all described what we were wearing then, because it is pretty cold out. This is fall weather. That's pretty chilly. What are you guys wearing?
Peanut's got his flannel blanket.
Yeah, probably not too much. Just standard. Wouldn't really be uniform because we're just out in the woods. So standard casual clothes situation, and definitely still have my cape slash because that's always fun to wear.
All right, Pollux&Castor, what are you guys wearing?
Let's see. I don't know. Sorry about that. Trying to think. Probably just something similar to what they're wearing now. Like, if the best way I can describe what they're wearing is, Do you know the Norwegian singer Aurora?
Yeah, no,
I
Aurora, she
know.
sounds real cool.
Pollux&Castor's outfits were inspired by her. So they
I
just
will
think
be
like
Googling it.
the long flowy outfits. Well, they still look like warm enough because I believe like I came up with this outfit concept during the space travel. So it's like space is cold, you know. They gotta have something to keep them warm.
100%. You gotta have layers in space. And cloaks, I feel like.
I
Which
don't
they definitely have.
I don't know what to do, guys. I just tried to upload it again and it crashed like halfway through it. Like my roll20 went down and like I'm looking at it and it doesn't even have any of the artwork on it. I'm so sorry. I feel terrible.
Do I have, hold on.
Per salty Rick. Fuck. How do you say that last part of the name? Rockyrus? In the chat says Peanut clearly gambled his deck away.
I think it's Rosiris, I want to say.
If it is Rosiris, I'm sorry for terribly butchering that.
I just go Ro myself because I am bad at pronouncing words.
Sadly, yeah, Nika and Kiera, like I see you guys both asking if there's anything you guys would have to have the pro account and be logged into my thing, and then also have all of these files. Oh my fucking god, this sucks.
Okay. All right, well, Arel, in the meantime, what are you wearing?
Like usual,
Not in a dirty
Rel-
way, sorry.
like typical, Rel is wearing her typical blouse, but instead of the skirt, she decided to opt for a high-waisted pair of pants, not jeans, with the boots. Since we're out in the woods, she wants to at least be wearing something warm, and she's got a longer variant of her calvert she usually wears with her, which, if you look at closely, is fleece-lined.
I love fleece line stuff. Like, it's always just so comfy. I usually end up sweating to death, but when you're outside, it's just, it's so toasty.
Yeah, you gotta be warm, and especially in this kind of weather. Better off overheating than, well, freezing to death.
Exactly. Also, yes, apple bottom jeans and boots with the fur. Yes, and indeed. All right, so what I'm going to do instead, for just a bit, until apparently me talking like William Shatner wears off, what we're going to do is we're going to try to build a story just with random bullshit in our brain until such a time as it comes to a natural end. So we're going to go the vibe of like fantasy, mystical, magical, and spooky, because it's spooky season. That's what we gotta do, right? Like spooky season. That's how it go. So Katori leans forward.
Sorry, I might be able to pull this out. It's like it won't be the same game, and I feel really bad. And I'm going to we're gonna play Katori's game for sure. I think I have a Fiasco deck that could do a like a horror situation. If you guys just give me one more minute, let me try to find what I can do. But yeah, go.
We're gonna do this thing. All right, guys. You're in the woods. You're all by yourself. You went for a walk. You're not lost. You're just walking down a path. You needed to clear your mind. What would be the scariest thing to pop out at you in the dark after dinner time? Like you're just minding your own beeswax. Pollux&Castor, go. What's the scariest thing?
Oh shit, fuck. I don't think I've ever thought about like what Pollux&Castor would consider terrifying.
Well, we just
Actually,
say
wait, no. You know what?
Go for it. Do it.
So, per what I had for their backstory and stuff, before they wound up in the middle, because I did have that they came from a different place. Their home was like it's subterranean. It's underground. The surface wasn't exactly very hospitable. You know what's scary underground? Giant fucking tunneling worms or something like that.
Oh god, those could like straight up eat you.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Patagon, same scenario. Go. What would scare you?
All right, so wooded environments, definitely got the crunching of the autumn leaves. You got your sticks, and overhead, you just hear the scream of a giant eagle. And it is not just any eagle, but, a very, very large eagle. Yeah. So.
Large eagle.
Okay.
Peanut. What would terrify you? Or do you want a minute?
Oh
It's
no,
fine.
Peanut is absolutely terrified by. He is mostly scared of accidents is his like number one fear. Like he loves to have things in control. So like if he was like the like wandering around and like the thing that would scare him the most is like his battery goes out in sudden darkness or like unexpected something terribly unexpected to happen. I'm gonna drop this link in to I'll drop in a workshop, guys.
Okay.
Please follow me here if you can.
And Arel, while we're doing this, what would terrify you?
Oh, 2 seconds. I gotta push
Sure.
the talk. 2 seconds. I'll move as quick as I can.
I too have the push to talk struggle.
Push to talk is a special kind of nightmare.
Arel leans forward towards the fire and crosses her arms while looking at the group. For me, growing up in the Oak, we had a big fairy tale. It was a guy. He was called Inspector Clouseau. Kind of like a boogeyman that I've read about from your books. He'd show if you didn't do the right writing, the right work. If you walk out right now, I'd be white as a ghost, she says without laughing.
Okay, that seems like a special kind of terrifying.
Alright, guys. Now, I still want, like, this whole the setup is the same. Like, Katori telling us, like, and we have to tell a good story. But sadly, because I couldn't get Once Upon a Time to work, we'll play that, Kiera, I promise you. But, if you guys are down for it, we could play a quick game of Fiasco. And I think this could be really fun. And like the librarians, like, because I think this could be really fun because it's a game about a horror situation at a camp. So like your traditional 80s horror thing. We don't have to make it gruesome. Doesn't have to be gruesome. Can just be campy, like kind of horror, you know what I mean? And we can set up what kind of stories are told about the camp that we are about to see in tomorrow's game of Sleepaway Camp. Does that sound good for you guys? As just like
it could be fun.
Nika, do you want to follow that link in the workshop? Yeah, I would love to craft the problems that they're gonna have tomorrow. Like what stories are told about the camp at Crystal Lake. You're not authorized to join this game. That's okay. Wait, are you in this? Hey, real quick, so I know Roll20's not fucking up with me. Can you guys see your characters here? Oh, Nika's not in this game.
Yeah.
That's the weirdest thing. I've never seen anybody not be authorized. Can we try that one? I'm so sorry, guys.
Oh no, you're fine.
I thought I
Roll20 is,
really.
cursed and a half today. Okay.
I thought everything was good. Like I had
it
most.
should be fine. I don't know why it's not being. Okay, there it goes.
A long, long time ago.
It's only if we roll in Fiasco and we. Yeah, never know. Kiera, I'm absolutely mortified to have to hijack your game.
It's fine.
It's not fine. Patagon still has his pet. Okay, everybody. I'm going to. So.
Hold the floor. Arel's bad guy. Arel's nightmare is coming out of
shit.
the woods.
Okay. So we still want to tell a good story. As we play, did you guys have we all played Fiasco before? Have we?
I don't think
I have not.
Okay, let me walk you guys through Fiasco real quick. So, and this is really hijacking Kiera's game, and I feel so bad. So we are going to get a bunch of cards, and we tell the relationships. They will tell us our relationships between each other. This is not like Arel's relationship with Peanut. It's whoever Arel's telling the story about, that person's relationship with Peanut. So we're probably all going to be like either camp counselors or like camp people. I've never played this version of Fiasco, so I'm just going to deal these and you guys tell me how we do.
So it's literally like our characters are role playing as the role we're given.
Exactly
to build
that.
the story. Okay.
We are trying to tell this librarian a good story. It doesn't have to have happened. Like whatever this is doesn't have to have happened. It can be like urban legends that we've heard about, like the Camp Crystal, like around Sonnery. And this is like spooky side, everybody. And again, Kiera, I'm so sorry.
No stress.
Okay, can we all see cards over our things this time?
Yep.
We can.
Okay, so the way that Fiasco works is we're gonna go around in a circle, and the cards that we put between each other, each turn we put a card between each other, and that is whether like our relationship with the next person. So 1 second. Yeah, okay. So me and Peanut, I'm gonna play this card right here. You guys see, you can all see that go down right there?
Yes.
Yep.
Alright. So work. Me and Patagon's characters, we work together. We're both camp counselors. Like, do we get along, Patagon? Like, do our characters get along? Or are we like... Oh, I guess we can figure that out later. So all we've established right now is Patagon and Peanut are camp counselors in this world. Like, in this story. And now Patagon puts one between Castor and Pollux and himself.
Okay.
Ooh.
So there's a dark and ominous secret between Castor and Pollux and Patagon. What it is, we'll find out.
All right, now, Pollux and Valla, you can just put down whatever card is in your hand between you and Katori, and that's going to start establishing who you two's characters are. Okay.
I don't know. I just feel like me, Katori, we'd probably fit in well as like the fellow social. I guess the guys that are like not over with the others don't like quite fit in with all the groups.
Pollux&Castor are the only ones that think that Katori is not excessively bubbly and super annoying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like whoever Peanut's camp counselor is fucking hates Katori. Just always so goddamn chipper.
Okay, so I just use the first one that's here, right?
Or you can use whichever one you want. Any one of those cards that describe what your relationship between whoever Arel's character is. And we don't even know who Arel's character is until we decide it here.
I see. Okay. Well, I'll just pick the first one I got here. Doop, 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 doop.
That kind of means Arel is also a social outcast, doesn't it?
No! I'm so sorry.
I'm used to it.
Oh.
In my head, we are whichever characters that we're making, like, but they are cast. Like Peanut is the actor playing this camp counselor in the movie, you know? We're wishboning it, basically.
I like that.
Alright, so Arel, do you have a relationship with Peanut? The camp
Arel
counselor?
does. She does.
Ooh.
Oh. Once mutual lust, now mutual disgust.
Arel's only here because she was brought by a friend. Didn't expect to walk into the council that she well. The last time they saw her, not good things happened.
I think as Arel says that in the story, and we see the librarian. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. Katori, how's the librarian treat? Like, is the librarian happy with our stories? As it's like this is like the cast. Is he happy about it? Like, what? Like, how's he doing? So you can start to try to take a little bit more control out of this if you want.
He understands that like he's got to get the backstory here. All stories start with how everyone's connected with one another. So he's getting down the foundation of the story right now. He's listening. He's not impressed. He's not unimpressed. He's just waiting.
Suspense.
Okay. So for real quick, and for the people who haven't played Fiasco, and even the people who haven't played in a bit, the main thing is we have one more setting up relationships between each other, and then we're going to start doing scenes. And if you are doing a scene, anybody else can tell us, you know what? I think for this specific game, Katori, if you're cool with it, so that you can have like a bit more narrative control, you tell us if our scenes end positively or negatively.
Okay.
So you at any point during our scene, just tell us how it ends.
Okay. But this is just the foundation of us
This
getting
is
the
just
relationships.
foundation.
This is not okay. Perfect. Yes.
I am going to play a need. It's like you can play any card. Relationship is just the easiest to establish relationship. But my need between Arel and myself, because we're going the other way, is to get away from these losers. My character does not like the fact that his ex is here. He doesn't even want to bring it up. He doesn't want anybody at the camp knowing that they dated. Right. So Arel, going backwards, add one part of your relationship to add one card to the relationship between you and Katori.
Yeah, sure. Behind closed doors, Arel has had a few. Well, Arel's character has had a few moments with the other character, Kiera's character, but she doesn't want to bring it up in front of her ex, all the others.
This deck is really horny.
I think I just
You
drew.
should see my need card.
Oh no.
You don't have to play your need if you don't like it. You can play anything else, like locations or anything else. It's fine.
Well, so far it's getting spicy. Let's see here. I dragged it again. Okay. So my need is to get away with the lie I've been telling. Oh man. I mean, is it this lie? Is it this relationship? Maybe?
Just like you're trying to like make it so nobody knows about the secret between you and Arel. Like your characters are just okay.
Like we gotta keep the secret. It's gotta be like this is it. Shh, don't tell.
Absolutely. I'm actually picturing Wet Hot American Summer as well a lot.
The pickle isn't real.
Well, the secret's not Katori's secret. It's whoever Katori is at camp, and this character at camp's secret.
Oh,
the story that
no.
we're telling.
Oh, okay.
So like,
And it has to do with Pollux&Castor. I'm sorry. So I did this wrong.
You can play that to stay to keep the secret away from Pollux&Castor so they don't find out. That works fine. But you
Okay.
can also play a different card if you want to, for sure.
Nope, that's fine. I'm sticking with it.
All right, Pollux&Castor, what's going on between you and Patagon, or Patagon's person?
Well, clearly, obviously, we're bound by a dark secret. What's the secret? Well, they're not gonna tell, but it has something to do with an old taped-up ore. Why is it old? Why is it taped up? How is it broken? That's between them and Patagon's character to know.
Did you guys kill someone?
What?
Ooh, nice.
All right, other than fellow camp counselors. So, I'm to understand that me and Patagon are camp counselors, but the three of you are just... are you guys also camp counselors, or just kids at the camp that I had a dalliance with? One of them. When we were all of like similar ages.
Yes, I hope so.
Yeah, no,
I would hope so, given all these cards.
We all have to like we have to be all camp counselors, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. We're all camp counselors. Excellent.
All right. As a fellow camp counselor, he's jealous of the relationship that he doesn't realize had ended between Peanut's character and Arel. Because all he sees is those two together again, like, what? I thought there's gonna be a little hinge, and
Okay.
why should they be happy?
The sexual tension is killing me. All right, so and now we go around the board. We're gonna go Kiera, so the way that Fiasco works, and for everybody, the way that Fiasco works is we go once again around clockwise. So it would, if we want to start with me, and whoever has a scene in Fiasco, like, feel free to start as long as that's cool with Kiera. Unless Kiera wants to start, which is also fine. Just set up as a backdrop. Like, this is where we are literally telling the story, where we have given ourselves a little bit of framework because of these cards.
I mean, sure, I can start. I'm just winging it, but yeah, I'll figure
Absolutely,
it out.
yeah, all of us are. So go for it.
Okay, so do I go all the way, like, is this day one and I'm just saying that I've arrived here? Arel came with me, and we're keeping the secret, and I feel bad that Peanut's here.
Absolutely, yeah, that sounds great. Like, we can, like, we're all getting out of our cars and stuff. Wait, what's the technology level? One second, I can show you guys a map real quick so that you guys all know the technology level of Sonnery. For Sonnery, we are anywhere but, like, have you seen a horror movie ever? Then that is the technology level that Sonnery has going on. It literally, each place has its own amount of technology. Here, I'm moving us to this one. So, like, you can see over here, we have, like, the suburbs, and, like you can go up to, like, 80s aesthetic if you want to in this place. So, like, what did we drive here? Are we from the suburbs? Are we... This might be a wild question for you, Kiera.
Yeah.
What are we? As far as, like, species-wise.
Oh, I think we've got to be the normal, like, human camp counselors, like, no technology, like, Arel and I got here in my 1967 Oldsmobile. Like, that's how we got here. Like, there's no cell phones, there's no internet, nothing.
Excellent.
No magic.
So you two climb out of your 1967 Oldsmobile, and Peanut, like, hops out of his, like... No, Peanut hops off of his, like, 1980s dirt bike. Like, pulling his helmet off with his, like, wavy Kevin Costner, like... Kevin Bacon hair, wearing just a crop top and, like, the shortest shorts that you've ever seen somebody wear. That's what Peanut wore to here. That's what Peanut looks like here.
I love it so much.
Oh, sorry, I didn't want to, like, steal your scene, but that, yeah, when you guys show up, that's what Peanut's doing too.
Okay. So yeah, we get out of the car. Arel is like, oh, Peanut's here. I'm like, oh no, I'm so sorry. Like, I can take you back home if you want. But Arel's like, no, I've got a job to do. I'm gonna get paid. It's okay, and I'm here with you. Like, right? Like, is that all right?
Good with me.
Alright, so when Kira's doing a turn, Kiera can't give herself a positive and negative. So if anybody else wants to drag one of these positive and negative cards into the middle and tell us, like, is this a good meeting between Arel, Katori, and Peanut's characters? Who are just going to be called Katori, Arel, and Peanut, but not look anything like them, I think.
So we just pick one?
Yep, and just drag it to the middle. Hopefully, there we go. Oh. Right, so for Fiasco, Pollux&Castor, how does it go negatively for us? Like, what happens?
Well, I mean, given the relationship bits that we see here, so it's like I can imagine it goes negative because obviously you have Peanut and Arel there. They're probably not super happy with each other being there. And it's just like dragging the whole mood down. Maybe someone caught someone muttering an insult like Caustic said in the chat. Maybe there may or may not have been a fist fight, who knows?
Who got in a fist fight with us? I don't even think Kevin Bacon Peanut would punch Arel.
No, he just got punched.
Oh shit.
I love it.
Poor Kevin Bacon Peanut.
Yeah, you gotta ruin that Kevin Bacon jawline somehow.
He got punched in his face, but then he got on his dirt bike and left in a huff, like sprayed dirt behind you guys, in everybody's face, and just floated into the woods. You guys just see him taking a bike path with a dirt bike, and you're not supposed to do that, even as a camp counselor. I should know better.
Super rude.
Okay. And yes, so from there, and Kiera, for the rest of this, when it's not your turn, you just click on the positive or the negative, and and then tell us why the scene goes that way, if you could.
Oh, all right. Okay.
All right, Arel, and your scene does not have to involve me, Peanut. Does not need to involve Peanut. It can involve anybody, and you can know about any of these relationships or anything like that, Arel, if you just want to do a scene.
After watching, well, that person walk away, well, not walk, drive away, I look back to Kiara, and I give a shrug, saying, "Told you it wasn't best for me to be out with him, but I will stay." I haven't seen the other two. Who are these? Three? Yeah, three. I don't think you haven't introduced me before. As I go over to Septarius' character to give them a handshake.
Nice to meet you as well. Yeah, I'm kind of new to this place. They need a new lifeguard for the lake because the previous one, well, you don't worry about it. They're no longer in the picture. That's all that matters.
Hey, a job's a job. You're getting paid at the end of the day. I mean, everyone is. I mean, good luck lifeguarding. I couldn't imagine being too hard of a job.
Hopefully not. It should just be, keep them from, drowning, mainly.
I hope you can swim.
Oh,
well, good luck.
very good at swimming, Very,
Yeah.
Was high school, top swim champs.
Nice. Arel, wrapping that up, turns back to Pollux&Castor's direction and heads that way to try and introduce herself to them. How do them two look, as she walks up?
God, I have to think about this. What do these guys' characters look?
Do they have 80s hair?
Probably, yeah. I would imagine just to keep the whole colorful scheme that they've got going on. Maybe he's got like this big old disco flare. Got the... I assume this is something that would be around that time frame. Got those like neon glasses shaped like stars.
Anything can be around the time frame if you want it.
Yeah.
Well, Arel reaches a hand out to him and says, "Hey, I'm Redacted. Welcome. You guys also new to the camp?"
That indeed. Pleasure to meet you.
Thanks to meet you. So you guys also working here for this summer?
Yep.
You two don't seem as bad as well. The one who stormed off, but keep your distance. Yeah.
Wait, but
Better
their
that
character
way.
even still be 2 people, or is it going to be 1 now?
I was
that
wondering
they're just
if, like-
trying to.
Like, you could tell, like, however you want it. Is it 2 people? Like, are you just this set of siblings in this story? I'm sorry. Kiera should have been able to handle that. That's my fault.
No, you're
no,
fine.
Yeah, you know, actually, let's keep them as siblings. Pollux&Castor each got their own character.
So, Kiera, how does this go for them? Is it a positive greeting of everybody, or is it like there's something negative pop up?
No, I think it's positive. Do I just... Oh, hold on. I think I made a mistake. I clicked it, and something turned over.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine. There we
There
go.
we go. Yeah, I think it's positive. Everybody's super charming, and, you know, now we're familiar with everyone, and, it's a beautiful greeting.
I think for Kevin Bacon Peanut's turn, who I might just call Bacon, he's flying through the woods, guys, as just like going as fast as he can. Just like he knows he's gonna turn back. He doesn't even have gas to get back to town, so like he's not gonna go far. But there's definitely a moment where like he jumps a little like dune, a little like hill, and crashes the bike. Not so bad, or maybe it is bad, but when he's starting to get up, he looks in the distance and he sees a silhouette of something moving in the woods. And like he starts like backing up, freaking out, but like he thinks there's something out here.
Can he describe it at all?
Okay, yeah. Is it positive or negative?
Well, this is gonna be a negative.
Okay, I will. Yeah, let me drag that in there. So, there we all right. So, he looks into the woods, and like you all hear just screaming coming from the woods. I don't have, and it's just like he starts running back, just like tearing through the woods, and like he bursts back like just before like sundown, just before you guys are getting ready for like with like flashlights to go looking for him. He bursts through and he's cut up everywhere, but like that might have been thorns and or something, and he just screams, and it's just like, it was a goose.
A goose.
It was a goose. I swear, it had like 18 heads, and it was just like, it was everywhere, just like ripping me apart. He's like, I barely got out with my life.
The Hydra goose? The Goostra?
It was. It would. What is so hard to believe? We live next to like the scary woods out there. There could be giant geese with multiple heads.
That's fair.
I think you guys all smell booze on Bacon's breath.
No.
This is what probably makes it negative. Like you guys probably don't believe him.
I mean, a one-headed goose, yes. I mean, we're near a lake. Gooses are, geese, whatever. Very, very evil. But multiple heads? I mean, are you sure you just weren't seeing things, buddy?
I know when I see a goose with multiple heads, okay? It had at least 12 of them. They were coming from all angles. It's got my bike. I had to run back because it was just like it was so scary. I'm gonna get
Did it
crowned.
ride off on your bike?
You know, that kind of attitude's not helpful here. Just like it's a goose. It doesn't know how to drive. It's a goose with many heads. It has at least 6 heads.
Really? That's surprising.
I promise you. Just don't go out there.
Many things.
Well, we can't let whatever this is run around when the kids get here for the camp. We can't let it maim children. That's a lawsuit waiting to happen. We'll all get fired. There will be no jobs for us next year.
I accidentally did that. I didn't mean to do that. It's just like, yeah. We're gonna go hunt this monster. Yeah, we'll. Okay. I'll show you. I'll show everybody. All right, Patagon, what's your scene? Like, so far, we've all arrived at camp. Arel has introduced themselves. Bacon claims to have been attacked by a multi-headed goose. And, yeah. What's your scene?
Well, first off, I'm going to go into the woods, but for a slightly different reason, because he needs to check on a very, very specific mound of dirt. So I can still play cards if I remember right.
Yeah, if you guys want to like use a card that's in your hand to add a little bit to the story, that is perfectly fine. I think that's just how we play Fiasco. I don't think it's how like normal Fiasco goes, but
Okay, well, to set the scene, it's the woods. There's mounds of freshly dug dirt, because something in Bacon's story really jumped out at him when you mentioned the mound that you jumped your bike off of, because there's a very dark secret in those woods. So carefully trying to make his way through the woods to not disturb what supposedly is a multi-headed goose. He's gonna go and find that mound to make sure that it's still undisturbed. So getting close to that, he does notice that there was some fresh disturbance here, and a pile of very conspicuous feathers. So now he's starting to at least maybe believe it is a goose in this woods.
Did we split up into groups, or did we just go off on our own? Patagon, are you all alone?
Definitely all, or unless
I was gonna say maybe the twins follow too, since they're kind of in league with this secret too.
okay, yeah, definitely perfect then. We could all be there if we want to be. So turning to the twins, he's like, "Well, you know what we do here, but why are there feathers?"
That's a good question. Maybe there is some merit to the crazy guy's story.
All right, well, definitely keep an eye on that.
Is Bacon, Arel, and Katori, like, are they just out in the woods too, trying to hunt this thing down with flashlights and machetes?
Yes. Yeah.
Peanut. No, Bacon, sorry. Bacon has most certainly found a machete. And, like, he feels, like, so big and bad carrying it. And he just constantly is trying to walk in front of Arel and Katori, being like, "Don't worry, ladies. I got this. We're good." Again, he has thrown a flannel shirt over his crop top. And he has put on pants. Like, he's put on jeans. But Kevin Bacon flared out hair, carrying a machete and a oh, I'm sorry. How did that go for those two?
For those two, I think that's well. So is it from their point of view if it's
Yes.
negative, or is it from the group's point of view?
It's negative from their point of view.
Okay, yeah, then I'd have to say negative because something's up with their secret.
Okay, how does it go bad for you two, Patagon and Pollux&Castor? Like what? Sorry. What happens is basically the question.
You want to go first, Dave? But sure. Sam. Need a second here.
I have an idea if you guys are down, but sorry, the way the Fiasco works is we can all give ideas at any point. I'm not trying to
I'm cool with ideas.
steamroll.
Yeah, definitely not.
What if we all hear honking?
Oh, that would be
It's like-
terrifying.
In the distance, just
Yeah, super spooky haunting. And is anyone near us? Oh, sorry, real quick, because it's Patagon's thing. Do one of us get attacked?
Yeah, I would accept that. Yeah, as Patagon's kneeling over the mound, inspecting the feathers. Yeah, here's just this loud honk right behind him, and turns around, and then goes black. Basically, faints at whatever the sign of what was behind.
So do we hear one honk or do we hear a flock of honks? I gotta know, is it just one mouthy bird or a bird with lots of heads?
I think you've got to tell us.
I do. I think that we hear it. It sounds like it sounds like a flock of geese heading home. It's terrible. It's definitely in harmony with one another, but it's a lot of honking.
It's Bacon's just I fucking told you. I told you. As he holds his machete up, and I think we said it's too far away to matter, but he definitely drops his flashlight and cracks the glass of his flashlight. And Patagon, I guess you're being attacked by I don't know how many heads, if it has multiple heads.
Yeah, the last thing Patagon just sees is just the image of at least 3 heads before just blacks out.
So Pollux&Castor, what's your scene? And you guys' scenes don't have to be back to back for Fiasco. This could be days later or however Fiasco works. As long as Kiera's good with it.
Yeah, let's do it.
This is a good question though, because it's Pollux&Castor's character. They were with Patagon's character. And Patagon has seen the geese and is fainted. He could, it could go one of 2 ways. Either Pollux&Castor's character tries to rescue Patagon, shoo away the geese and stuff, or they could just leave him for the birds, because that's one less person that knows the secret.
I'm fine with it either way, because that'll be fun.
So you ran away?
I didn't say that yet.
Ran to get help.
Yeah, that's actually, that's... Yeah, they probably ran to go get help, so it's she probably saw the geese as this is not groovy! And then just ran away to just go find someone.
This is not groovy. I love it.
This is not groovy.
I think this isn't gonna end up well. Pollux&Castor they're running to get help, but they're going to be leading us back to their suspicious mound of dirt and maybe Patagon's body.
Oof. Yes.
Might be outing their secret, maybe. The librarian is
could try
still
to,
listening. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
I was gonna say, even if it was, even the mound was discovered, they could just try to, pin it on the goose. Who's to say this wasn't their first victim?
It's true. The librarian is still listening. He's very interested in where this is headed. He's curious about the multi-headed goose. This could be the makings of a good story.
So are we going back to the mound, like all of us as a group?
Well, we want to help, right? Like, that was where it was last sighted. We're here to figure out what it is, and we've gotta try to save Patagon, right?
Yeah, gotta try to save Patagon.
Bacon shrugs. Meh. It's like just a co-worker with him. Also, I broke my flashlight. I'm gonna go back to camp and try to find another flashlight. You guys got this, right?
We'll do better.
Damn. All right. So we're heading off. So do I start? I don't think I start this round.
Yep, you start this round and we
I
go
do.
the other way. Yep.
Oh, all right. So, Peanut is headed back. It's myself, Pollux&Castor, and Arel. And we are being led back to where Patagon was last seen. Was it I assume it wasn't a complicated path, like you remember it. You remembered it the first time, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we head on back. And I think... Oh, do I can play a card, right?
You sure can.
Okay. Here we go. We don't find Patagon, but when we look up and we're looking around, we find just a random abandoned shack that none of us really remember it ever being there. We don't remember seeing it on the camp map. We don't remember anybody warning us about the shack. But we definitely see it, but we don't see a Patagon. So we think maybe he took shelter in there to hide from the Sarah Goose. Is that what we're gonna call it? And so we're gonna head towards the shack because it just seems like the right thing to do.
I think I'm gonna make the call on this one that whatever's in that shack is a bad one, guys.
Seems legit.
I want, like, if you're cool with like a little bit of this, because I think you guys opened this shack and there was definitely somebody out here. Like, I think we got a lot of saws going on, you know what I mean? There's a lot of saws, a lot of like animals in jars situations, or like body parts in like animal body parts, like somebody was like combining in like a bunch of thread, like, and stuff like that. Like somebody's out here like Frankenstein and a bunch of like monsters and like animals together.
Franken critters.
You think this is the origin of the multi-headed goose?
Oh boy. I guess if it's real and it can still be alive. Probably.
Yeah, if you guys want to end the scene right there, that's fine. Or you guys can keep going. That's like the way that the game goes. Sorry, I'm intruding too much.
Wait, did Arel get to go?
Arel goes last this time. Yeah, because they are at the end. We go the opposite way. But we should bring Arel into the scenes.
Yes, okay. Does anybody have any knowledge of tracking to see if, I don't know, we've got to have somebody here who could track lost kids or something, right? Like, that's got to be a job of a counselor, because kids are terrible. So, like, do we have, what are we going to look for this person that's been here? Are we going to look for the goose? We should probably look for Patagon. What do you guys think?
I think first of all we should look for Patagon, since it would make more sense to have more people than less people. And that's for the goose and the person. Gooses are small and can fit in small places. People can't. So probably Patagon then find that person, then goose.
I'm in agreement here. Better to find our lost friend before we saddle on with whatever's going on here.
Okay, I think as well, so this is a complicated one. Like, clearly we're probably going to find something that's not so delightful. So that's going to be a negative. But as far as these four hanging out together, I think it's very positive, very teamworky, and I feel like we don't have a lot of positives on the board. So I feel like I'm going to lean more towards the positive, that we're not like running away. We're not chickening out here. We're doing the thing. We trust one another enough that we're doing the thing. So I'm going to stick with positive on this one.
I'll drag it out for you. Like,
Thank you.
I see that.
So I don't click it, I just drag it.
Yep, just drag it right on over.
Ah, got it. Okay. Got it, boss.
No.
All right, so Patagon's turn?
Pollux&Castor's turn.
Oh, it is. Sorry.
It seems like they just went because they did, but it's when we go backwards.
Yes.
Alright, so we're now trying to figure out where Patagon's character is that right?
Yeah, so we're trying to track Patagon and hopefully get answers about the goose.
The dread
Yes, yes.
goose.
Oh, clearly. We need all the help we can get, both in trying to track down our good friend and dealing with whatever this goose is, so... I feel like before I continue my train of thought here, I've got old friends reunited relationship card. You think I could play that and just say, like he's calling in a favor from an old friend to get help with this whole situation? Is that okay?
Yeah, Kiera, is it okay?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Awesome.
I kind
Yeah,
of
so-
forgot I was in charge for a second. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. Yeah, so, God, I just realized well, there's gotta be, besides, like, phones and stuff, there's definitely other methods of, communication in long term, so, the twins, I'll just call them the Disco Twins for now. Call in an old favor. Someone that's really good at tracking, maybe an old hunter friend of theirs to help deal with this goose.
Ah, yes, the old hunter friend.
Yeah.
The old hunter friend in a forest is such a fucking like trope from horror
It is.
stories.
It is.
It's a vibe. I love it.
Oh yeah, got that old ham radio, probably in their beat up car.
Is it Clancy Brown? Is that the guy that I'm thinking of? He plays Mr. Krabs on like SpongeBob. He was also like in the original Highlander. He played the Kurgan.
Oh, God,
He was
been
in
a lot.
He was in Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah,
like,
he
but
was.
that is who I'm like face casting as this hunter in the woods for the record.
Okay.
I like it.
I started to go to the captain from Jaws.
Also, yeah.
I think that's where my brain wandered to. All right, so I do we have to wait a turn for that person to show up?
Oh no, they can just like we can just like you can do the scene right now that they're there. That you guys find them in the woods. I'm still at the cafeteria eating a can of beans.
God damn it.
Bacon is totally unconcerned about what's going on.
Bacon's living his life.
We're gonna feed him to the goose. All right. Okay. So, what communication do you have with your friend? What's up? What's happening? Tell me more about your friend.
Oh, so obviously we got the hunt friend, but this guy definitely looks like he's got a loose screw somewhere. Maybe a bit trigger happy.
Oh boy. All right. Well, let's get tracking.
Oh, I can play this hunter for you if you want me to. He's like,
It
all
might
right. The first thing you gotta know about hunting teenagers is they're never where you think they're gonna be. You said that you lost track of him over one of them little like mounds of dirt. There's a lot of mounds of dirt, suspicious number of mounds of dirt in this area, some people might say. But it's exactly the correct amount of mounds of dirt per square mile. There's a certain number of mounds of dirt you're supposed to have per square mile, and we got that perfect number. Now, what's the beast that we said that has been said to be has been seen? You claimed it to be a dread goose, a multi-headed goose. Is this correct?
That's right, baby.
All right. Oh wait, shit, Matthew McConaughey. All right. Okay.
God damn it.
It's all right. Do you have any of the feathers? Did you see any feathers? Do we have?
We certainly saw some feathers down by the first mound that we saw it at.
Okay. So he looks at him. He's just like, "Yep." He takes a big old whiff of it, like all the way down the like whole like plume of it, like. That's goose, all right. I've smelled a goose or two in my time. Are you sure it's not just one big goose? This is just a goose feather.
Oh no, I saw it with my own eyes. This is definitely not one big goose.
He waves the feather at you, your own eyes, at night, wearing those star sunglasses. And you're telling me you saw a 3-headed goose.
I did indeed.
In our perfectly mounded forest. Alright. He puts the feather like in his like front pocket. He's wearing like a denim vest, but like a denim jacket over the denim vest. But he's wearing khakis. You can't do too much. So he's denim khaki.
Beautiful.
I don't. How did this go? Is it good? Does he find them?
Yes. Yeah, he's a good tracker. I mean, the way he sniffed the feather was a little off-putting. But I feel like...
Oh, he's still doing it.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, no, he is successful in hunting down the... maybe we find Patagon first and not the goose.
All right, yeah. Did we just trip over Patagon?
I think the tracker's convinced he's gonna find the goose on the other end of this, but we find Patagon in a ditch, sort of like the goose tried to make a nest, and Patagon's just laying in this nest, like preparing to be snack. We stumble upon Patagon, and he's just covered in feathers and maybe some goose poop. Goose poop.
But the nest is here, but but the monster is not.
Yes, the monster is a missing. So this is well, all right, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was it positive or negative? I'm sorry.
I figured that the outcome would be positive because we're finding Patagon. Like, no, we're not finding the monster, but we're finding our friend.
Gotcha.
Yes. Sorry.
No, okay. No, absolutely.
I think about that story all the time, Nika. Seriously, all the time. Okay. Patagon, we've found you.
Okay, so I believe you have an idea. So, he blinks his eyes a little bit, looks up, sees this unknown tracker just staring down at him and is like, how can I help you, sir?
He looks up. Just where I told you you'd be. The last place we'd look. Teenagers. Have you been messing with my mounds?
Don't know whatever you would mean by that.
He just looks around. It's like, all right. Is this who we're looking for? This is kind of covered in goose shit and feathers, though. We're sure that this isn't what you saw. Is this your 3-headed turkey?
Well, this is most certainly the friend we're looking for, but it's not the goose that I saw.
Yeah, the goose just bolted like not 10 minutes ago. I honestly don't know how long I've been out here. I hope it hasn't been too long. It really does not smell good.
The tracker reaches forward and slides his hand down the crap that's the goose crap that's stuck on you, and he's just like, yeah, it's been a little while. You foggy? How many fingers am I holding up? And he just keeps changing how many fingers he's holding up.
Well, it was 2 now.
Close enough. He's all right, everybody. He's all right. It looks like he's been out here about 20, 40 minutes. No, wait, 27 to 40 minutes.
Well, that's highly specific, but I'll go with it. Yeah, so as I was saying, we just missed the goose. I had woken up with a blistering headache. So I really have no more information on why or how this is happening yet, but I'm happy that I'm no longer alone.
We're glad we found you.
Yeah. How does this pop off? How does this scene end?
I'd say for Patagon's character, it was still negative. Not that he didn't find everybody, but waking up in what is essentially a bird nest is not what you really want to do. So one side happy, other side that kind of tips the scales of that this is just not a fun situation. And we're no closer to finding our goose.
It's definitely the goose is on the loose. The goose is on the loose. Still, we don't know where it is. Gotta keep this weirdo around a little longer to find the goose. Sounds like.
Did you want to drag the negative, or do you want me to do it?
I now that I figured it out, I can do it.
Excellent.
I got it. Thank you.
So, we'll see what those cards are for in just a second. I think Peanut Scene is actually a response to the negative that Patagon Scene just said. You guys hear Peanuts, you hear Bacon scream from down by the camp as like the lights that have been like on the whole camp, you know, not tiki torches, but I figure like it has the power situation where when you flick the switch, you hear it just go thunk. Like at a camp, and like then the whole place gets pitch dark because you don't see even the camp anymore. And Peanut's just like, and Bacon's just screaming at the top of his lungs. You guys can't see him, but you hear things breaking all over the place, and like honks in the distance, like coming from the area of the camp.
Oh no.
Well, this is not a good situation.
I'm gonna assume this is a negative, though. Bacon did ditch us, so karma's kind of coming around. It's bad because the goose is definitely tearing up the office and the cafeteria and everything else.
Peanut's covered in blood, and like Bacon's covered in blood and beans. He's not having a great time.
Gross.
Yeah, so Bacon's either missing or really wounded when you guys get back to the camp, I feel like, and he is destroyed. Arel, do we find him? Oh, sorry. No, I'm sorry, Kiera. I'm sorry. That's my fault.
No, you're fine. Yeah, Arel. Same question. Do we all just rush back to Bacon's aid?
Well, we get there. We're all a bit sweaty. We look around, see a splatter of blood. Not good. We walk in. Well, we don't find Bacon. We do manage to see his jacket, and peculiarly his shoes, right in the doorway as we walk in. Arel looks to the others, and do we need to take his shoes and jacket off when he got here, or what? She's quite puzzled from the just lack of, well, Bacon and appearance of these article of clothing.
All right, what do we think? Did he get naked? Or did he get hunked out of his shoes?
Yeah, it's just like, and did I leave any clues behind? Because that's up to you guys if I left clues behind, but I got fucked up.
Hunk shoe.
I think after we poke our heads in a bit, we confirm that you're definitely, well, missing in action. But maybe a clue, but possibly not. Seems to be another blood splatter in the far corner of the room when we look in further.
Okay. Guess I'm gonna call this one a negative, though. Bacon is getting maybe what he deserves. It's probably bad that the goose is just ripping through the staff now. Probably ate Bacon, so
Oh
that's
shit,
probably
we think I'm
bad.
dead?
Maybe. I mean, if there's a lot of blood, you're just a little guy.
I'm a little Kevin Bacon. Oh my god, am I like a 4 foot tall Kevin Bacon?
Are you Kevin
Maybe.
Bacon before Footloose or after Footloose?
I'm definitely Kevin Bacon when he was in Friday the 13th.
Never seen it.
It was peak Bacon.
Oh, so before you got like the skeletal facial structure.
I watched a video of him recently. I'm sorry, this is going off topic. Okay. So now we all have 2 cards. This is what Fiasco calls the turn. So go ahead and right-click your card and flip it over.
All of them. Okay.
Wait, which card?
Both of you, like your positive and your negative cards. And then add the numbers together. If they're red, add them together. If they're blue and red, remove red from blue. And we're looking for the person with the highest tilt. It looks like it is going to be... can you flip this one? There we go. Let me do that. Okay. So this is... Katori has the best tilt. Like, has the best, like, positive. So the way that it works, Katori, your positive card has to happen. That, like, so the failure, the tilt failure, like, that is on you. Like, that storyline happens. And because you only have 1 positive and 1 negative. But Patagon, Sept, has 7 negatives. So you can choose either one of those 2, and that happens. Like, this is the storyline change, like, us affecting the storyline. So,
Alright.
So Katori, your thing is someone survives against the odds. And, like, that doesn't have to be right now. We just work that into the storyline.
Okay.
No, I guess, yeah. According to this, you can use the tragedy as well if you want to. You could use the red card.
So, but I have to use it next.
No, you don't have to use it next. Just whenever you want. Just make sure you work that into the story before it goes. We just have one more time going around of everybody doing scenes. We can start in a different order if you want. Like, if you want to kill Bacon, I can start so we can kill him right now.
Well, I was thinking, I'd have the crew vote of whether Bacon should live or die.
Yeah, we could, for sure.
Since I have either card, like, why not?
So,
Yeah,
like,
just like-
eight-
Yeah, you
Aiden's
can.
choose your own.
Yeah, you can choose whether Bacon lives or fails. It's just like someone or something survives against the odds. That would be Bacon in this situation, or somebody fucking eats it. What were yours, Patagon? Can you read out yours? Oh, I'm sorry. This is DMing. Sorry.
You're
Yeah,
okay.
either way. So the +3 tragedy is confusion followed by pain. The +4 innocence is somebody is not so innocent after all.
Those are good ones. Like, yeah.
And these cards can be applied to anyone, right? If I'm-
They can apply to anyone
Okay.
as long as you just like make the story happen. Also, Katori, how's the librarian doing? Like, Peanut, like, is looking up from the fire, currently eating the snacks that Katori bought. He's just, like, during the intermission part of it, he's just, like, stuffing his face. He's like, I've got quite the hunger since I gave up smoking. Like, they said that I would lose my appetite. They were wrong. Peanut has completed the hell version of rehab to quit smoking.
I'm so proud of him. The librarian is definitely like, he's waiting to hear the end of this. Like, is this really a goose with many heads? Is this just a gaggle? Is this really a monster made by someone in a shack? Where is the person that made this monster who lived in that shack? Or does the many-headed goose create monsters in that shack? Is he the monster? We have questions. He's waiting. He's definitely taking notes. He has questions. He's got like his post-it kit out, as everybody has a post-it kit, right? So like he's writing, taking notes about questions, and he's putting the post-its on the edge of each page, taking notes, asking questions like about maybe we should round out this character more. Puts a post-it on there. Katori's kind of peeking over his shoulder and looking, and there's a question that's like, what about the body that Patagon was checking on? Post-it note. Definite loophole. Like, there's a lot of post-its in that thing. So he's got notes, guys.
Peanut just looks at the book is with all those post-it notes. It's like, That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
Bacon got eated. 44% wanted to save him. Everybody else was like, nah.
All right, when we get to my turn, I know we got Bacon to die. So it starts with Katori, goes to Arel, then Bacon dies, and then we keep going.
Okay, so Katori is looking around at all these blood splatters everywhere. She's definitely taken note that there's a can of beans spilled everywhere, and she's like, man, this place was clean before that he came back. God damn it. All right, fine, whatever. And so she's got her flashlight, because of course the power's out. So, but it's even darker in here. It was dark outside, but you had the moonlight. You had the light pollution, quote unquote, from the towns around you. But in this room, it's just so dark. But when the flashlight hits the blood splatters, it shines brighter than bright. And you're just, that's a lot of blood for such a little guy. We better follow the blood and see if maybe we find the goose too. Or just Bacon, whatever, I guess. But maybe the goose too.
I think that ends positively for you. I think you get a positive card from that.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, you guys. Oh, sorry. I think in that scene, in the distance, you are just hearing honking going on, and Bacon, just a little guy, is just crying out for help in the distance. But you can hear it because it's positive. Like you can hear him like crying out for aid.
All right. So do we go back in the other direction? So it's Arel's turn.
Yes, exactly that.
Okay.
We go clockwise again now.
Perfect.
All right. As we can hear these honks in the distance and the cries for help, we all turn on our heels and instantly rush back out towards the direction. Around it, being a forest, these honks are probably further than we expect, but we keep following the source. Occasionally we see maybe a splatter of blood, but we follow deeper and deeper, not realizing that it's slowly getting darker and darker around us, and that these honks are slowly starting to sound less like honks and more like someone mocking us, giving a honking laugh.
Honking laugh. Oh, man. That's...
What? Just real out of curiosity, what's a honking? Oh, and I make a honking laugh. Never mind. I know what a honking laugh sounds like. It hurts. I was like, man, can you do me a favor and give me a honking laugh? But then, I was like, no, I could give a honking laugh. It would just hurt.
I don't know if this will pick up on the mic, but I would imagine it's like a.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much. So glad that was clipped. You know what? I'm going to say that this is positive. We're headed in the right direction to find Bacon. Also the performance, the laugh. I'm giving it a positive. This is good. This is good. A+. Family entertainment for some of the family, I guess.
drag it on out of here. There we go. Before I describe the way that I think Peanut went down, not Peanut, but Bacon went down, did anybody have anything left to do with Bacon before he dies? Because I'm about to put that on screen.
I was going to use my tilt card on your death scene if that works with you.
For sure, go for it. Do you want to
I don't have to narrate it if you don't want to. I was just saying if that helps you, set
No, you can narrate something if you want. For sure, we can do this. We can go in on this together.
I don't really have anything, I guess.
Sure. All right. So, Bacon is just looking around, and the scene is he sees you guys as flashlights in the distance. You're coming the right way. 2 positives in a row. He's like, I'm gonna be saved. Whew. Okay. It's just and then he feels a goose bite into his shoulder, and we know that they bite hard, but it's not it's sharp teeth, and it's just pulling him back on my shoulder, and he tries to shake it away, but another one grabs the other shoulder, and he's trying to turn his head around to see what it is, but from behind him, the back of his head, right as where his spine meets his head, he feels just a crack, and he starts losing it, and his eyes are going out of focus, and he's just where am I? And then again, as you guys hear a loud crack that is the base of Bacon's skull cracking just as you guys approach the actual nest that looks very similar to the one that Patagon was in, but I think there's 3 eggs sitting in this nest as well. I'm just gonna take this negative for myself if you don't mind. I'm dead.
Yeah, because I can't imagine that this is good for morale. But
is it positive? It could be positive. You guys could like this.
Hey, Arel would.
And I mean,
Yeah,
I guess
It was
as longtime friends, I have to too, right?
the vote said that he was going to die, so I guess it is positive to the story.
How do we find his body though? What position does he die in?
Well, he was being held by the shoulders by 2 goose heads, and the third one bashed his fucking skull in from behind. So maybe just, face down, ass up.
So he just looks like he's. So when we see him, he just looks like he's passed out drunk.
Yeah, except for the big. Oh well, in the dark, you guys might not recognize the giant gaping fracture in the back of his head.
I feel like it would be some sort of juicy. I feel like that'd be hard to miss. Right? There'd be blood.
Oh, rest in peace, Bacon. And Peanut just sits back and grabs his plate of snacks, and it's just looking at the librarian. It's just yeah, right. You like how he died?
The librarian is definitely writing everything down, furiously scribbling. He's impressed by the violence without the description of gore, just for gore's sake. Yeah, he's nodding. Yes, you have his approval.
Nice.
All right, Patagon. So, was using that card? No, that's not your turn, though, right?
Oh no, yeah, that my goes up. But yeah, Patagon did not use he just flavored my scene with his tilt.
All right.
Just like you flavored my scene with your. Both the tilts were on my scene.
You're welcome.
Bravo, you did really well. So I will say that Patagon was probably the first on the scene trying to rush through to Bacon's voice and notices, the compromising position that he was in, and either dead or passed out. I don't exactly want to find out at the moment. Look through the scene, make sure that we're, not going to get ambushed. So he's checking around the outskirts of the area and stumbles upon part of a broken oar, which has a big flash of mix of guilt and fear by seeing that, because he knows where that came from, and it couldn't be. You were supposed to be dead. And I would say that's when everyone else shows up.
Well, that sounds like a negative.
Yeah, there's...
All right. Pollux&Castor. Were you right behind Patagon? Were you just as fast?
I feel like they definitely were just as fast, and seeing that oar's definitely not doing good for them. I feel before the others get in there, they're definitely gonna grab at that oar and try to shove it out of the way. Gotta conceal that. No one needs to know about that.
That definitely help you hide that before anyone else notices.
You don't think that it's them, right?
I mean, it shouldn't be, but I mean, it's very unique. I mean, you don't just have an oar like that.
Yeah, you definitely don't.
All right. Well, this one seems like a negative as well.
Okay,
I clicked again. Darn it.
it's perfectly fine.
There we go.
When I see you do it, I can immediately fix it.
Thanks.
Do we want to go around one more time to fight this thing, or are we leaving this story on a cliffhanger? Do we just end the story there? They're in front of the fucking three-headed goose? Or do we... Yeah, I just don't know where we're going with the story. Do we fight it? Well, not me, I'm dead. Peanuts eating snacks.
Do we even
I think we
have
gotta
anything
fight
to
it.
fight it with?
Well, we had an oar.
There was never an oar. You don't know that.
Oh, what? No, what? We have flashlights and... Oh yeah, we never really said we had weapons. Uh-oh. We're all unarmed camp counselors. We have our mag lights, that's about it.
And Bacon's just a little guy, so the the goose might not be that much bigger than a person, really. It caught Patagon off guard. It caught Bacon off guard.
Is our hunter friend still with us? That's a good question.
Oh, you haven't gotten rid of him yet.
Yeah,
That's
so
true.
he's armed. Let's go. Let's do this.
We can go for hunting.
He looks over at Pollux&Castor, the twins, and he's just all right. He reaches in his pocket, pulls out his leather wallet, opens it up, pulls out a crisp $5 bill and hands it over. I'm sorry.
Well, thank you very kindly for that.
And he's just okay, and pulls out his shotgun. Goose, it's what's for dinner.
Yeah, let's go hunt this goose down.
Did Peanut have his machete on his person still? when he was dragged off by
Oh,
the,
for sure, for sure. He loved that machete. You guys can definitely
Alright.
find it in the. Yeah.
Katori, I guess, is gonna casually bend over and pick it up.
You know what I think could be really fun for this? It's not how the game's normally played, but I think it could be a lot of fun if we just flip our cards that we have and like interpret those as our roles. You know what I mean?
Let's do it.
Bacon. Oh yeah, there's a showdown between you all and the But there's so that we know that there's a showdown. There's a tragedy. Someone dies, and it isn't the killer's fault. What's innocence here? Let me just move that to the front. Someone is mistaken for the killer. And what was...
Love rears its ugly head.
Okay, everybody. And it's like, oh, sorry. Okay, Kiera. How do all of these become one thing?
Oh my god.
And we'll all help with it, but we need a showdown. We need somebody to die that isn't the killer's fault. We need love to rear its ugly head, and to be someone to be mistaken for the killer. That one's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
I guess in the dark. Oh shit! One is missing. Who's missing?
Did we
It's
play a
the-
card for
it's
the
the-
interaction between me and the hunter?
Oh shit! We
I want
didn't.
to play, I think.
No, we did. Yeah, that one is like the love's is. Oh, is it that one up there?
No. Oh yes, yes it is.
Yeah. Okay.
You thought it was
Yeah.
taken care of, but it wasn't.
Oh, okay. Judging by the points though, it is a net positive because those two make it a 0, and then we have it's a plus. It's a +2. It's barely a win, guys.
Oh, so
Barely.
this thing does die then.
Yes, I think so.
Ah.
It's your story. Like, well, not obviously, but like you
Let
get
me
to
see.
tell
I'm
us.
gonna throw it out here. Let me see. A showdown. Okay. Oh boy. I don't know. This could take a funny turn. Oh boy, but I don't know. Okay. I mean, someone has to die.
Somebody does have to die.
Okay. That's fine.
Conveniently, we have introduced a different NPC as a hunter. He can go, but definitely somebody has to kill him.
I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll murder this feather sniffer.
I think though that the failure should be that the goose gets away. The goose lives to torment in our story, lives to torment campers for the rest of the days.
Okay, so we know that in the future there will be stories of a multi-headed goose that haunt these woods or haunt this lake.
And probably the ghost of a hunter, like, let's be real.
Okay. So how did you guys scare it away but manage to kill this hunter? I'm still dead, but in the air.
I think that in the kerfluffle of the hunter being mistaken for the killer and being killed, maybe the goose gets nicked. So, like, it it can't fly or anything anymore. Like somehow it lost a wing, so he's like super deformed or something. But it runs away. It escapes, and we're just all unable to chase it any further because the hunter's dead. Like, how are we gonna track it? We don't know how to track. That's why we got the hunter.
That fucking checks out for me. Also, I see that Arel just played the side quest card to get another game with a librarian. If this is cool with you, Kiera, I would like to spend a lot of time trying to make sure that Once Upon a Time actually works.
Yeah.
And then we can actually play that game next month if you want to.
I love it.
If
I'm
you're
into
willing
it.
to give that another shot.
I'll never tell you no. What?
Then we can get your actual game.
Aw, yeah.
I mean, either way, this was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. Like I do quite enjoy it. Fiasco. I don't like being told I have to do something last minute, and I don't like putting Kiera through like anything. So I guess that's the story, like the book closed. How does the librarian feel about that?
The librarian is scribbling furiously. He needs more details, but time is up. It is time for him to return. He closes the book, looks to you all and nods. And he says, "Solid foundation, solid foundation." As he closes the book, it starts to glow. The whole thing. The pages glow a bit brighter than the cover. And a golden glow scrawls across the cover. And it spells out Wander Crew Tales to Tell in the Dark. Written by, and it has Pollux&Castor, Patagon, Peanut, and Arel and Katori. It has all of our names on there as authors. And he nods. He stows the book under his arm and he puts his pens and his post-its back in his pocket. He stands, walks over to the snack table and takes 2 fistfuls of sausages and rams those in the bag too because he doesn't care. He's a monster, kind of. And waddles back to his carriage. Gives us a sort of salty nod, just like a yes. And rides on off. He goes in between a good chunk of trees and then sort of seems like he disappears between one big tree. Like he goes behind it. He doesn't come out the other side. He's just gone. And we're all sort of sitting there left thinking, foundation for... Are we gonna get a copy of this? Like, what's going on? Like, Katori is looking at all of you like, did we just... But guys, does this how go?
Peanut's just like, I expect royalties, and if I see bacon used in any sequels, I will be quite upset.
I would be if I were you.
Bacon was the best characters. It's like nobody sees when the protagonist dies coming. Like, that was why it was such a twist.
I agree.
And he never gave Peanut's book back.
Fucking Peanut is furious about that.
He's not getting that back. That's gone. I'm so sorry.
Fucking Peanut's just like, you see him like patting his pockets for his pack of cigarettes. He's like, damn it!
Stop it and just eat more fish. Quit.
I will eat more fish, thank you. It's just like, he tosses it. He's like, Arel, you want one of these? And he tosses Arel a sardine.
Arel grabs the sardine, sniffs it, and perfectly throws it into the fire.
No! That was like...
I would have eaten that. Okay.
Turns out his sardines are combustible.
Why do you have combustible sardines?
It's kind of frightening.
It's just like, they've got a little popping candy in town. I figured out how to like incorporate it directly into fish.
Ah, We'll have to show me that technique. That sounds very delectable.
His sardines, like the normal sardines that he hollows out, then fills them with like compressed air.
That's bonkers. What?
Peanut's got a lot of time on his hands, except for he really doesn't. He's a
I was
very
gonna
busy
say,
cat.
He just
with
thinks
this
he has a
crew,
lot
I
of time.
feel like, yeah, I feel like he doesn't.
With that, before do we want to try to recap that story?
Wait, before we switch
Oh,
the
sorry, go
screens,
ahead.
can I just show one of the cards I had?
Oh yeah. Go for it.
Nice.
You had a need to get laid.
Hey.
All right. That goose would have been so happy.
God
Let
damn
me tell
it.
you, I think that goose would have been down.
I've just had this card. But I didn't think he was ready to play
Because
it.
that's what you do at summer camp.
That one was in my pocket, and I was just like,
The only other one I had was the administration's office in the camp.
What did I have? I had the cabins, just the cabins. I guess I could have played that. I could have had a work dealer relationship with Patagon if I wanted. That was dealer and pothead.
Nice.
But
I didn't
that
feel
would've
like
worked.
I didn't feel like that was this one specifically.
True,
like,
true.
Promiscuous and wants to be promiscuous.
I fucking. You know what? I like
the
it when
other one.
somebody knows who they are.
I just felt like that didn't fit Katori's vibe for this game.
No,
Like, she's just. I want to be slutty with this goose. Let's go. Like, no, that's not the vibe here.
But for the future, if anybody wants to play, because I own this now. Like I bought this right before the game, right as we were trying to figure out how to do it. But if anybody wants to play fucking Camp Crystal Lake Fiasco, let me know and I can set up a Roll20 for you guys to just do it yourselves. And that's
I love Fiasco so much.
Fiasco's really cool. Yeah, we can set these up real easy, and like, if you're cool with some of these cards being real horny.
The other cards I had were not like that good for the atmosphere we had.
I feel bad about that when that happens, but like that's why I generally make all the Fiasco cards myself, so that I know I can aim them at you guys. But cards creating was not going well for me. But next month we're gonna have the game we were trying to have tonight. But the librarian can keep showing up and we can keep telling him stories. It doesn't have to be spooky. We could tell him a fairy tale, right?
Yeah, he wants all stories. He just wants new stories. He doesn't want you to tell him shit he already's heard. That's boring. And he doesn't have time for boring. And he will just never come back. So we gotta impress him.
Okay, so every time we need to
Definitely
end.
not boring.
Yeah, right?
Definitely not.
We killed Bacon. Poor guy.
Violently.
Violently. So yeah, I'm not 100%. Nika, do you think we need a recap for this? Or Kiera, do you want to try to give a recap for what happened today?
No, I think we're. I
okay.
think that this is.
I think
Yeah,
we're okay.
we're just gonna
Okay.
close this book. We're good.
Yeah. Well, before
Bacon
we
died,
do,
y'all. Congratulations.
we ended up killing Bacon, everybody. Somebody had to die. Turns out it was Peanut's fictional character. But before
And
we
the hunter.
shut... And the hunter. Oh, fuck, that guy is done.
Done.
Before we wrap this up, tomorrow in the shop there will be cards. There'll be 12 of them because Valla got like the last of them, and we decided to make 13 new pets. These pets differ in a significant way than the pets that you guys got before. These pets, and they are much more limited. And you rolled a 5, which you'll see why that's so fucking funny and why I leaned so far in.
Oh no.
In a second. These ones, where the other ones are like Neopets, think of these ones like Pokemon.
Oh fuck yes.
Like these ones are gonna have things that they can do in combat. These ones will have a maximum of 4 HP if they go down, you cannot use them for a while. Like you will still be able to heal them up, and I am not gonna kill them if I don't have to. You know what I mean? Like if you guys both die, or if you want to say that I sacrifice them to get it done, okay. But I'm trying not to kill your pets. These guys will have Pokemon-like to them. So let's go ahead and scratch off 5.
Okay.
Show us 5.
I'm excited.
Okay, this feels like way too close. Alright, calm down. Alright.
Spooky.
I'm trying to make sure that I have it like all properly set up too, but let's find out.
Like, I'm immediately gonna go buy cards because I want one of these pets, damn it.
Oh, we don't have them in the. Look at it! Look at it!
Oh, that is awesome.
Oh no.
This is, and I changed its name recently. This is Dread Goose. They do not have owners before you. These are not like you like save them around. Like you just happened upon them and they have latched onto you. For the record, Dread Goose is a ghost flying type. It is 1.2 meters tall. It weighs 25 kilograms. It's an enigmatic specter of Gloomcrest Fair. It is a rare and eerie apparition that haunts the vicinity of Gloomcrest Fair and Boardwalk. The enigmatic creature has 3 spectral heads that emerge from the mist of the boardwalk, becoming an integral part of the eerie moonlight carnival atmosphere. It can triple haunt, eerie chorus, mist conjuration, and spectral showmanship. Those are its abilities. I will give them to you, Valla. But
Can I change something really quick?
yeah, sure. Fucking hit me.
So, like, I don't think the goose got wounded. There was a card that said, like, love interferes or something.
Okay.
Misguided passion.
Yes, there we go. Well, we're gonna say passion for weird multi-headed winged animals. And maybe that's how you get this Dread Goose. You're like, no, he's just misunderstood, and you gather him up and put it in your pocket, and he's yours now.
Kinship.
God damn it!
As the librarian's like going away, he's just like, oh, I never knew that's where fucking the Dread Geese were from. I always thought they were native to the boardwalk, but if they're from Crystal Lake.
No, no.
Did we
Just
just
if
will,
you've already
did we
got a.
will- Did we just will the Dread Goose into existence?
Basically,
we
yeah.
willed
It
the
wasn't
Dread
named
Goose into
Dread Goose
existence.
until like Nika said Dread Goose, which I thought was just the funniest thing we could have.
What was it called before? I want to know.
Let me see. Let me scroll back up. See if I had its names. It was the Trip Goose for a little while. I was trying to like do a Dodrio like joke with it, but I couldn't figure out how to like get Goose to work. For a little second it was like the Goose Hydra, obviously. I was gonna do the false Hydra, but just keep saying its name until you guys thought that I was gonna attack you with like a false Hydra, but then it was just a goose.
God damn it!
Goose.
I personally would have went for like Goo Goo Goose.
Goo Goo Goose. Goo Goo Goose is pretty alright.
Like
Goose
the
is so
Dunsparce?
funny. Goo Goo Goose.
I really, you know what? I shouldn't be the one naming things. I should literally just be sending the pictures of them to Valla and name this for me.
Valla is the professional here, so.
just Goose! I knew what I was doing. I was like, I'm going to show everybody that Goose.
The fucking irony here.
I love it.
So, thank you guys all for playing. And again, Kiera, thank you so much. You did an amazing job, even after we switched games. Like, I'm sorry I kept trying to, like, stick my nose in it. Maybe next time we should just have 4 other players that aren't me. But, like...
You're fine. Like, it wasn't... No, this is so good. It's fine. It was so good. It was so fun. And I don't mind at all. Like, no.
So...
We are gonna wrap here. Tomorrow's game is Sleepaway, where we set up some just perfectly fine things to be going on in that game tomorrow. So that is K, because it was Caustic's game pick, Ivo, Nameless, and Kui, which I personally feel like this is going to be like K's hell. Like, this is their hell. This party. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm very much looking forward to it. It should be shenanigans, like, wall to wall.
Yeah, the number one tip I gave for them is, like, you guys are all camp counselors, but you do not have to be good at your job.
I don't think anyone was planning on being.
I mean, I can't say we were very good at our job in this story either.
I can't say we tried very hard to save bacon.
We
No,
tried that
to
hard.
save our bacon.
Could have tried harder to save bacon.
You could have. You didn't have to leave it up to a vote to save bacon. That's all I'm saying. It's like we just voted on whether or not we kill a precious NPC. I loved him.
I was really close as a joke to campaigning for his murder in Vote the Poll, but I decided against it.
You didn't need to.
The fact that we ended up it having 13 heads, 3 heads actually really worked out because I did start at 18.
I love it.
Okay, so we're gonna heck off here. We'll see y'all tomorrow at normal time. Thank you all for hanging out and playing the game and being amazing. Kira, thank you so much for DMing.
Thank you for having me.
Sprung 8 million things on you.
Absolutely not. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Remember, have a good night, everyone. Sleep well and take your medication if you need it. Good night.